Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX. We're continuing on with this Flotsam quick start guide, gameplay, commentary, discussion of the current state of the game as of 2021 spring. As soon we're getting into summer here. So this game's been out for about a year and a half, longer than that, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years, and it's still in early access, but we're just kind of seeing how far it's come, doing a little bit of playthrough, just getting it archived on the channel so that people in the community can do some research on it and see if it's going to be for them or not. And this is actually a pretty big building here. It actually will fit there, which is nice. We have the materials for it. So we wanted to build this manual powered generator. We wanted to see if this would replace the crank here at the back of the thing. See if this is a little bit more efficient or not. I'm not sure if it will be or won't be. Yeah, these have a bunch of different links that you can link up, it looks like. So we'll easily be able to link that any which way that we want. Of course, everybody's sleeping through the night right now. We still have some food to gather up here, which will be nice to get that food. We have 4 people in our colony right now. Did we end up getting... Yeah, it looks like we got all of the wood that was just sort of sitting about. So let's actually get this here and see if we can go pick up some of those raw materials. Although we're relatively full up at the moment. I'm trying to think, why is that? We definitely could just do a bunch of these and then just a bunch more firewood. And firewood is basically water, right? Because we can take firewood and run it through the desalinator. We can upgrade... Okay, we can upgrade the desalinator and make it electric. Oof. Well, it would no longer require firewood, which would be kind of nice. I just don't know if we have the electric capabilities for this right now. Let's get this linked up. And let's see... How does this thing operate compared to... And if we could get an electrical person, someone that's specialized in doing electrical charging, it'd be really, really nice. Right now we have our food person. You know what? Let's have the food person offer. They're using the crank instead. The heck? Okay, now he's on the bicycle. That thing looks way more efficient than the crank. I can't tell if it's going up faster or not. I mean, presumably it's going up faster. We'll see. Hey, new friend new friend of mine, Toby the cat. So it looks like Toby's popping in here. He's making some noise, so I apologize if you guys hear that. Hopefully he'll get settled here in a second. I just heard him meow on top of what I was saying. Kind of sneaks into the room a little bit. So there's seaweed here that we can go get. I don't think we've gotten that seaweed yet. And ultimately we are kind of trying to go this direction because there's another person we can add to the colony if we go that way. But I'm kind of thinking... See, it used to tell us how much it would cost to make this commute. Not sure. What is this? Well, it's draining quite a bit of energy there, but hey, I don't know. We can get the energy so much faster now, so maybe that's not a big deal. Let's make sure we're salvaging this. And we did want to actually get a, if we had enough rope and such, we could actually do a seaweed grower. We could grow our own seaweed. That would be nice. We're actually starting to build in a different quadrant now. So we're not going to need any more rope, but we will probably start making... We will turn back on the chop shop and start making more food that way. But the desalination is actually probably the most important thing. And I'm tempted to upgrade this to electrical and see how it works. I wonder if you can still use firewood or if it's just purely... Let's see if Toby will jump up here and get settled. He's looking for some attention right now. Thanks everybody for being here. Guys, if you guys are just joining us for episode 4, by the way, feel free to jump into or check out the playlist link down below, and that'll get you to episode 1. I should have mentioned that beforehand. But sometimes YouTube can be a little bit weird about how it recommends the videos, so people can sometimes jumpstart the series in the middle accidentally. But yeah, I think for the most part we could also probably start doing a little bit of additional research, just thinking about what we want to do. We wanted to do boats. Yeah, we want to get the boats online. So we need way more floaters to do that. We have the materials to make the floaters, we just don't have the floaters themselves. So did we gather all the seaweed here yet? No, it looks like we're still coming out and doing that. should be sending at least 2 people out here. We could probably make it 3. There's exactly 15 left, so it's going to be 2 trips to do this. Are we in range to do this? Not really. Just a tiny bit of plastic there. Not even worried about that. I guess we could work on building the mooring point. 1 single rope could be good for that. What does it tell us that we'll actually need to build the fishing boat when the time comes? I have a little bowl of strawberries here on the desk, and Toby's smelling strawberries. I don't think he's going to eat the strawberries, but he just wanted to smell them, I guess. It'll be more rope to get the fishing boat itself. Salvaging boats, actually, I don't know. Do we just do the salvaging boat? We have, you know what the heck? Let's just do the salvaging boat first. Let's do the salvaging boat first, since we're going to need a good amount of rope. Here's a question. Growing seaweed. Does that count as a crafting thing? Or no, I guess it's just a hauling thing. It's automatic. It looks like it's automatic. Looks like it's automatic. But it looks like one of these just becomes 1. So each of the saplings, I keep saying saplings, but the spores, each of the spores will become, and we have quite a bit of spores at this point, so. Okay, that's been salvaged. Cool. Let's slow the game down a little bit while we figure out where we're heading to next. And now this guy, it's saying that this guy is more this direction. If we want to go save him, there's a seagull we could go save that way. We don't really have the seagull situation set up though. We're going to need to be doing fishing in order to feed them. This is plastic. We just talked about how getting a little bit of plastic wouldn't be a bad thing. That's more seaweed. Oh, what is this? Oh, wrecked cars on rocks. So that looks like there's solar panels there to me. So we could maybe get our first solar panels. We'd have to get the research to be able to utilize them, but... See, I think it's kind of weird that you don't build the solar panels, you just like gather them, but this is probably maybe placeholder kind of type stuff. Let's get all of the wood and plastic gathered up. And get a mooring point now. I'm going to see if we can actually expand this out just a touch. If it'll let me. But I think we could probably sneak one over here pretty right on that edge. Yeah, we can. We can really stick it out here, which will be quite nice. Oh, nice. It'll let us do one there too. I usually like to have these all over. I like to have usually more mooring points than boats. I just realized this is costing a decent amount of... Okay, so we need wood. We can make this very easily. And let's make up to 6 of these. Let's get 2. Let's just make a ton of this wood. And then we'll need to get a bunch of firewood so we can get a bunch of this. But to be fair, now I'm almost kind of thinking, hey, we're actually out of metal at this point, which is kind of interesting. We do actually have metal scraps. We're going to need way more firewood, so let's put firewood on unlimited. Once it's done making this, it'll start making firewood with what's left. We have plenty of wood. We have plenty of wood, sort of. And we'll be gathering up some wood here, hopefully. Wait, riffraff is joined? Oh yeah, we already knew that. We just haven't... Those apparently don't fade away on their own. I really hope no one comes and cranks this thing. When they could instead just be using the bike thing, because I'm assuming the bike thing is better. Ready to use, great efficiency. It doesn't give us a rate of eel electricity production from the crank here. There's probably a way to figure that out, but... Of course, if we had a lot more... There we go. We have almost enough to make 2 of these now. So let's build a boat there. Let's build a boat there. I usually like it to have an extra mooring point so they can kind of choose where to dock and they can kind of... Usually you can have like mooring points sort of at all the different points of your base. And then you have a few less boats and then they can always find room to dock wherever they're coming and going from. Yeah, it's like I do want to be making food. We have tons of food. Shut it down. Shut it down. with the rest of the seaweed that's coming in, we need to be making rope. It looks like rope is getting to be a little bit more important. Make some of those afterwards. Yeah, we got tons of food over here. We're pretty much full actually on inventory space. What is basically, oh, plastic is taking that up. So let's make sure we are making a ton of in fact, we could probably just set this to unlimited. Just as long as we get plastic, we make it into the floaters. It doesn't seem like we use raw plastic for anything, really. There we go. Look at all this seaweed here. So is someone going to come and pick it, or is it just... Yeah, looks like they just come, pick it up, moving it over to the rope making area. There we go. Easy. Moving more of the... replenishing it so it can continue to grow. Of course, it says that there's one that's still ready to pick. It doesn't look like there's one ready to pick, but that's what it says. Oh, there was. Yeah, I picked it up, put it down. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, we got all that, so it's time to move. We're almost at max fuel. Looks like someone's on the bike. Actually, are they on the bike or are they on the crank? No, they're on the bike. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, I think we move over here to explore all this, but then I think we actually really want to gun it over to here. But it looks like that's a big open area. Oh, whoa, the range here is massive. It's because of the boats. We now can salvage with boats, and we now have tons more reach. That's huge. So now we could just boat salvage. Yeah, no more buoys. Yeah, come here with the boat. Come there with the boat. With the boats, they go faster, I believe, and they also can carry twice as much. So it's kind of just like a win-win. Was there anything else in this area? No, I think those are the main things. We could be doing this one, but actually, getting the extra floaters will be good because that's the main component when it comes to researching stuff. Dang. Yeah, we need more rope, which we're trying to make. We need more, we're going to need more mooring points, so more rope for that. We're also going to need more wood here. We're actually running out of wet wood. We're actually running into a slight wood crisis, but this will bring 10 wood back, so that's nice. I don't know why this guy's working on... It's like, hello? Going to the wrecked cars on the rocks is more important, guys, than the plastic out here in the middle of nowhere. I guess as they take care of the seaweed, then someone's going to have to come out here and take care of the seaweed, unfortunately. It's going to be kind of an inefficient trip, only 3 seaweed left, but it'll be nice to have. Okay, we gotta... Okay, hold the phone. We got a water crisis. So we need to be crafting. How much rope do we have? We have plenty of rope. Shut it down. Shut it down right now. We need to be crafting wood, firewood, and running it through the desalinator. Although I'm really tempted to upgrade this. Yeah, you know what? Let's upgrade this and see if we can just do electrical. Let's go to the research panel and look at water and see what we can do here. Solar stills. Require a lot of plastic and wood, but for the most part, this is passive water, I'm pretty sure. Passive water generation, which is pretty nice, unless they balance that a little bit, because it was pretty strong. So we need to build this thing, make it electrical, and then maybe we won't need firewood at all at that point, and then that will really allow us to focus on other things. Here we go. So do they still have to come and ride the bicycle? No, it's electrical? No energy. It's saying no energy. No energy, huh? I see what it's saying, and I see why it's saying it. But I'm questioning this a little bit. Where's our energy? What is our energy guys making food? No, it shouldn't be. But what are you doing? Wait a second. Your highest priority is make energy, dude. You need to get on the energy making machine. Oh, he's already on it. Can we have someone on the crank and someone on the bicycle at the same time? Dang, between the bicycle and the desalinator, it looks like we're not gaining any energy. Why are they on the wheel? They're on the crank. Should be on the bike. Now they're on the bike. Yeah, the desalinator in the bike seem to be taking... Heck, I mean, realistically, desalinator seems to use more energy, unless we're also probably doing some research at the same time. So we're operating our research, we're operating our desalinator, which, to be fair, that desalinator, like, holy cow, this takes a lot of energy. The grid efficiency is at 48%. And now it's at 100%. Holy cow. Grid efficiency. Tell me about the grid efficiency. Because I'm not sure exactly how we can improve that there. We just need to get some energy in the tank. But it seems like because it's using the desalinator and the energy, when both of these are being used at the same time, it seems to reduce the grid efficiency. Not all drifters got water today, yikes. What is that symbol that just came up? Yeah, there's some kind of efficiency issue here. I don't know if this is supposed to be like linked, like if that's supposed to be linked to there or something. Like I'm not sure. And if we get rid of that link, I mean, if you have two things on a link, then you're like you're in trouble then apparently or something. Yeah, it actually kind of feels like we need to remove that and just have this power that. That's what it kind of feels like. But this then isn't connected to a battery. Okay, can we link this to a battery? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if this is better, but no, this doesn't look great. I mean, technically these are just kind of connected, and this is the storage. I don't know. We'll see if we get that to pop up on us this time now. We have enough food. We have enough water for everyone to drink, so that's good. We should have gotten everything off of here. Yep, that's done. So let us continue on. That's right. We have no energy, so we can't move. We can't move. And we can make another one of these. Apparently the researching is just getting us. Whenever we go to research, I guess it's creating a grid issue. Which seems kind of annoying. We only have 2 buildings on the quote the grid. And apparently they can't both be operating, and I don't know what that's doing to us exactly. Like if that's and I always want to get a fire burning desalinator all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Holy cow. Yeah, I almost want to go back to my other one, my other desalinator that uses fire. But it doesn't, I mean, it's not complaining about a grid issue. It just doesn't seem to actually be producing like any faster than the other one. And we're seeming to have a real hard time trying to get, okay, apparently we need to have like our people more focused on electricity generation. I mean, they need to do the cooking, but then this person needs to be just doing generation, like electrical generation. And if whoever is not doing something like, I mean, researching should be nearly over, so you should be doing electrical generation. There's nothing to gather right now because we've stopped doing that. Yeah, we should have someone on the thing. We should have someone cranking. There we go. There we go. But they take a break after like 2 seconds. And you'd think this little guy on the bike right here would be helping power this thing. That's how it was originally. Is this guy would have to power this. And instead, it still requires other people riding bicycles. Yeah, well, we're getting energy, but man. And we're getting water. This is hard work. This is really hard work. Good news is we can get a fishing boat now, I think. If we had wood. Okay, can we move the boat? I don't want to go out here blind, but let's go. Let's move to town. Found something. Abandoned motorboats. Some stuff we don't really need, honestly. Some wood that we do need. Plastic that we can use. We have tons of water now. Okay, so water is no longer an issue. We have days and days and days and days of water. Shut it down. Shut it down. Finally. Let's just get up to 12. There we go. Okay, oof. We have tonight's water and we have 2 more days of water. So shut it down. Shut it down. There's something we want to research right now. I'm tempted to get the still because this would give us passive water with a lot of the... We're starting to accumulate a good amount of the plastics. If we start making fish, we're going to need fish kebab. The food trucks looks like we can combine seaweed and fish together. This will probably take a lot of effort to make, but I think, yeah, I think if we get the food truck, that could be nice. Food truck just needs metal plates, and we should have a certain amount of metal plates. We have 3 right now, and we could totally just make 5 more very easily with the firewood that we have on hand. Although, are we getting that wet wood? Is that wet wood coming in from the place out here? Doesn't look like it. So we're gathering this stuff instead, which is less of a concern. It doesn't look like we're really gathering much of anything at the moment, to be fair. I don't know if building a second bicycle would be useful or not because they still seem to be using the crank. I guess we probably need to research a better electrical generation. Oh, 100 eels compared to 30? That's quite a bit more. 200 eels by burning oil? And how do we produce burning oil? How do we generate the oil? Oil refinery here. Plastics into oil, nice. Okay, this is probably what we want to shoot for. Probably want to go for oil powered. Oh, but it does require a generator. We haven't actually found a generator yet. It looks like our boats are somewhat doing something now. Coming in with some wet wood. Here we go. Coming in with some wet wood. I also usually like to have storage right next to the boat so they don't have to like run as far to drop, like unload. Actually, will you go right to the drying dock? You go right to the drying dock. Smart. Very smart. Got everything. This, we can cancel that. That's not important anymore. There's still 10 wet wood there. So sending a boat back to get that would probably make sense. And the plastic doesn't hurt anything. Gathering it up. We have a lot of the floaters though, which is why I think we said that we weren't gonna mind doing some more expensive researching. Really, we need, yeah, our electrical, the electrical situation is not good. The electrical situation is not good. I think it's funny that we have people on the crank and on the bike, and yet just the research station alone seems to be eating up all of our energy. I do want to make it out to here. Holy cow, that's going to be a journey. I need a full tank. We're legitimately going to need a full tank. I can't see anything else out here. It's filling up. They are generating the energy. It doesn't seem to be taking too much of the day. Can we do this before night falls? Okay. That's kind of... No, okay. Well, could have been worse. Who did we get? A moist or a desalination plus 10. Salvaging. Okay. Mishmash. I don't know if we're actually going to get mishmash. We don't really need someone for fishing and salvaging. And we don't really need we already have a desalination expert. Now if we had, now I know that our desalination person is also our crafter. Well, actually, are they a double craft? Are they 10 crafting as well? They're only 5 crafting. If they were 10 crafting, I'd say they could be the crafter, and then we can have a permanent desalinator. But you know, I think actually we'll just stay on the lookout for someone with the needs that we need, because you know, it just more people means more mouths to feed, right? More food to generate, stuff like that. Clearly, we already have ourselves a little bit of an issue here. I think it's gonna be too much work going all the way up to oil power generator. If we'd planned for this earlier, we probably could have done it. But we need the oil refinery. We would have needed to find some oil. We'd need a oil refinery, or one of these requires a A generator. Oh no, this requires a generator too. The heck? I found a generator. We have not found a generator. We can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Let's get all the way out to here. Seaweed, good. Wrecked cars on rocks, that's not that great. Polluted wood, I mean, it's just wood. It's not nothing too fancy. Now we said we wanted to get a fishing boat, right? Which we have all the materials for this. We just don't have a fishing pier set up. So let's get another pier here. And I'm just going to sort of sprinkle those all the way around the edges of the camp, of the base. That's another battery, so we could store more electricity, which is nice. And there's also some dry wood there. We don't really need the metal, but, you know, hey. What do we have too much of right now? We have a lot of these electrical scraps. What would those electrical scraps be used for, actually? Electrocrafter turns electric scrap into various electrical items. Oh, this produces. Why is this here? And the oil refinery is here. Like, I'm thinking this is a more advanced item, but this is a preliminary item. This is a preliminary item. You can build generators with electrical scraps. Okay. I feel like these should just be like switched around a little bit just to show the progression, right? That actually, it's a silly thing. I'm a doofus, obviously. But I feel like we should have gotten this much sooner. Much sooner, and it explains a lot too, because it's kind of weird that we had to. And we could even make solar panels. Holy cow, right? Now all of a sudden it's like solar panels are something that we can generate? I've changed my mind. I think we go for solar panels. Because presumably those just work passively. It's gonna cut. We need more plastics. Are we collecting plastics here or not? Yeah, there's plastics over here to our left. Let's work on this. We have exactly enough water to feed the peeps at the moment. We have a lot of firewood too, so I think we are going to temporarily build this, but I might break this down eventually. Oh no, we can't. That's right, we wood power generator. We can't do it anyways. We are waiting to be able to do the electrical scraps, which is here. And we can build this very easily. Day 14, we got tons of food. Is this turned on? Yeah, it is on. We got tons of food. We got enough water, not tons of water, but we got enough water. We have tons of electricity. Let's turn this on and be operating that while we're still collecting some of the things in our immediate environment. Where's the wood? And there's supposed to be wood out here? Oh, it's barely there. You know, honestly, we can dry wood so quickly, I'd rather just go and scoop up the wet wood. It's closer, and the ship holds 10. So if there's 30 wet wood, that's 3 trips for all 30. Whereas the dry wood would take 2 trips to get 16. So it's kind of whatever. And we have no wet wood right now. So all our dryers are just sitting here doing nothing. Not in a bad way, just in a sort of realistic way. Oh, let's get the fishing boat. Admittedly, though, this fishing boat's not going to do anything until we actually get a way to cook. Oh, the food truck. which we're not that far from. We have all the core ingredients for that. Did we build our thing here? Oh, this requires electricity too? Seriously? Oh, man. So we're going to be getting some serious grid issues, aren't we? I need one generator. It's going to be all of our electrical scrap. And as soon as they start coming and working on this, all of a sudden, boom! It's going to be a grid issue, I think. That's kind of neat that you have to kind of, you know, you need like electrical things like specifically attached to the different things and stuff. Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of see it. And with solar panels and stuff, presumably that would smooth out quite a bit. And you'd have to have batteries sprinkled around everywhere. It's a little annoying that you can literally not even have more than like one thing going at a time. Or it'd be nice if it was a little bit more transparent. Or actually, maybe, I don't know, are these things going at the same time? No, no one's working here. No one's on here. If we really wanted to go crazy here, what we could do is we could have... Everybody just had a bunch of water. Oh no, we gained some water. We gained some water. Why does it say we have a single thing of water? Oh, it needs to be moved. Water needs to be moved from the desalinator into the main tank. It needs to be hauled. What is it that you're collecting? Oh, plastics. Plastics. There we go. We're up to enough water. Let's finish this 9th water just because we're kind of working on it here. And then we'll shut that down. Yeah, you know, to be fair, our crafter and our desalinator, we really do need to separate those roles. Guys, I think for the most part, though, you guys really have a good grip on what's going on here. We got the electrical stuff going. We can see how that works. There's a number of buildings. I mean, there's seriously, like, there's definitely, like, a lot more to do before the game is, like... You used to be able to sort of beat the entire game in, like, 2 to 3 hours. Now it looks like it's going to be, like, 6 hours to work through this whole thing and set up, you know, the solar panels. And, you know, once you have the solar panels and you have the solar stills, you're passively generating water and energy. And sort of, you know, even with that energy, you can then, you know, generate water, whatever. And then, you know, run around and collect food, or at least get the fishing going once you get... Actually, this is kind of interesting. Use seaweed to catch fish deep below the town. Actually, that's kind of cool. So you can even sort of generate fish within the town, although you'd still have to get the seaweed at that point. But so there's definitely a lot more to do, and it's exciting because this is a nice looking game with a good sort of audio track. And I don't know, I just hope they keep working on it. I hope they don't think that they're close to release, because there's still so much more they could do with this, with all these concepts and everything. So hopefully they continue to expand the sort of the little event things that pop up and flesh out some of the character uniqueness and specializations and things and whatnot, all that other stuff. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching this series. I think this will be where we end it. I think people have a good sense of whether or not they would enjoy the game or not. But yeah, guys, leave a comment down below if you like the series, or just if you have questions about Flotsam. I'd be happy to answer it. And then we will be back with something new the next time. I do want to check out a number of other games, but if you guys have suggestions for other little indie games that need a spotlight or need to be checked out, little town builders, management games, strategy games, things like that, it's typically what we do on the channel, just let me know, guys. And Discord's also a great place to get involved with the community and share your interests in games that you guys have been playing and stuff like that. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next one.